Here's another exercise with the 20 to 10 pattern, and this is what I call the pinwheel. And this is going to be using all the circles, but then going in different directions. So I'm out here on the 20-meter circle. That goes around, that encompasses the 10-meter circles. So again, each green cone has a red cone. That's what represents the 10-meter. So when I get to a green cone, I can go around the green and the red. That's a 10. Now, as I go around, the 10 and 20 meters, they start touching each other. So if I come around to this point here, now this 10-meter circle joins with this 10-meter circle. If I continue on, come right to the center here, now each of the 4 circles, they all intersect at this point here. So why that's important, I'll show you in a minute. And then like if I continue on this circle, I get to this point, now this circle and this circle are touching each other. Those intersections are the points when you can choose to, like here, the 10 meter, I can either go off on a 10 meter or I can continue on a 20 meter. That junction is where you get to choose, are you going to stay on this circle or this size circle? So here I was on a 20, now I'm on a 10 meter circle. So I can come around, I could change and go to the right here, or I could continue on, or I could go to the right on this circle, or I can continue on. So each one of those junction points are a place for you to either continue on with what you're doing, or you can change and go onto a different circle. So again, I come around, I pick up a 10 meter here. As I'm coming around on the 10 meter, I can choose to pick up this circle here and go off to the right and go around this direction. Now as I'm going around, I could continue on onto the 20 meter. I can continue on onto the 10 meter. Which one do I want to choose? I can continue on going around, and then at this junction point, I can say, hey, let's go off to the left and go around the 10 meter. And then I might go a 20 or stay on the 10 meter. And I can continue on around all the way until I get to the center point and then choose to go around the opposite circle here. So this may seem a little complex, me just kind of describing it to you, and you're not actually out here. But once you get out here and just start off, you're walking around, and just imagine, like, ideally, like if I put some white lines, you could really see where all the lines intersect. But just imagine, where do the 2 lines kind of come together? And then you get to choose to continue on that line or go the opposite direction. And you can choose it in the center or kind of halfway between out here. Then I can choose to go the other direction. This is a great exercise to really start getting your horse pliable, flexible, going from a left to a right bend. I'm on Topper here. He's a Gypsy Vanner. He's pretty much been out in the pasture for quite a while, quite a few years. Not a lot done with him. I think he was a kid's horse early on in his life. And so I've got him for a little bit just to get him back in shape. And so this is a great exercise just to start building flexibility through the rib cage, and can he follow the line of travel I put him on. And we're just starting off here at the walk. His MO is he's kind of lazy. He's like, no, I don't really want to go. So I'm not going to do a lot of pushing with my seat. That's why I have the whip to say, hey, come on. And then I'm just really focusing on when I'm going to the left, I have a nice bend to the left. And then whichever circle I want to choose to go on to, then I'm going to change and go the other way. And so here he's being a little bit lazy as I made the change of band. He kind of died on me, so I activated the whip. And now I'm going to continue on down to 20. Just a little caution when you're first starting off with this, don't make it too complex. Just keep it simple, particularly at the higher gate. So if I'm trotting along, I can come along. I've got my 20 meter there, now I come to a 10 meter, and I'm just going to do a couple 10 meters. All real simple. This is what we covered in the last video. And now come to the next green cone. But now I'm just going to change in the center here and go off the opposite side. That's kind of the easiest change. This is just a simple figure 8 here. So we've covered that in other videos. And do that a couple times, and then you might say, oh, and how about I change and go the opposite direction here on this circle now. Go around a couple times. See, he's kind of dying on me. I'm saying, no, stay with me, stay with me. And I want to stay on the circle until he's following it pretty well. So that's pretty nice. Now I can choose when I want to go the opposite way, and I'm going to say, let's go do it here. Took him a little bit of time to make that change of bend, but I'm going to stay here for a little bit. This side's stiffer on him. He doesn't really come through and bend as well, so I'm just going to stay here for a little bit, waiting on him to get a little softer. He kind of wants to fall in, so I should shift my weight out, come on with a little inside leg, and then I'll continue on to the next circle. Same thing, and then I can choose, oh, let's go back the other direction. The goal here is to keep them rhythmic through all of this. And he stay in a nice trot rhythm, and then bend from left to right and right to left whenever you ask, while he stays on that line of travel. That's pretty nice. Other than he's kind of fizzling a little bit as I make the change. He kind of dies out a little, so I'm just activating little whip just to say, stay with me. And if you want to really start making it a little more challenging, is go from left to right. So there they have to kind of do a little serpentine as I'm coming through here. So he's kind of dying out. I'm saying, no, no, stay with me. That's a little bit too much turning too fast for him. So I can come around, and then I can make the change here. Go off the other way. So you just got these little pinwheels. You're going from right to left while he maintains direction here, maintains rhythm and direction, and working on getting bent. So to the right, he's stiffer. And I can continue on to the next cone. Circle and choose. Whenever I hit a junction, I can choose which way I want to go. Is it to the left? Is it to the right? And so it's a fun little pattern of really getting the bends, getting them supple, getting them soft and rhythmic. Nice. And I like that because he was holding it, he's staying with me, following it. Start off at a walk, get it pretty good walking. Then try it at the trot. And if you feel like you're just kind of bouncing all over, going here and there, go back to a walk or make it simpler. Or go to just the straight 20 meter to 10 meter pattern a couple times. Then start making some changes. So just go have fun with it, play with it. You choose how often you want to change from the left to the right. The better your horse gets, the better you get with this, the quicker you'll be able to make those changes, going from left and right. And as your horse develops that, then they really start being able to come through the rib cage, going this direction and that direction. So just go have fun with it, play with it, keep the rhythm there, keep the line of travel, and then focusing on the bend. The three main things we keep going over and over again in everything we do. So go have fun with it. Let me know how it's working for you. Thanks for watching.